boy, for the record, man, I made a video on Elder Charms of Good Fortune back in the beta, like some 6 months ago nearly now. August 4th, this video went live. It's funny to look back at it because I was a fucking retard on the topic. I just said a bunch of bullshit, but it actually worked that way. So what better way to rehash the old days than do another video on the changes to Charms of Elder Charms of Good Fortune and the new Mogu Runes of Fate. Now, if you haven't heard about this, if you're not aware, first of all, of the Charms of Good Fortune, you'll want to go check out the video I made on it. Just type it into Google, type it into YouTube. It will be the first one. But with 5.2 on its way out, this is the new, quote unquote charm that you use in the new raid. The old charms are still going to be applicable for anything previous to 5.2. Okay, so any of the old raids, including Galleon and Shah, the world bosses. Now, don't forget those bosses are now essentially up, including Galleon, all the time, and you don't need a group. So you can just go out there and, just sit there and wait for it to spawn and tag it and get loot, basically, and you can use the charm. Also, old charms got a facelift in terms of they can now stack to 20. I'll show you that right there. See this? 9 out of 20, and it tells you exactly what they can be used for in case you're not aware. So these can now get to 20. You could still get them the same way. You just do dailies, turn them in for the gold charms, but there's another way to get them as well. Siler's actually done a video on this, but there's a new daily scenario. It's a one-man scenario that you can do every day and get, I guess, a bunch of treasure out of the Throne of Thunder raid. It's strange to talk about here, but I'll eventually do a video on the implications of it. Siler's already done a video on gameplay for it, like what the purpose of it is. But inside the chests in there can be a gold charm. There's very similar chests around the island as well that you can get gold charms from. But one way or the other, get 20 of these. They've already said they're going to increase the drop of loot, like the percentage drop of loot in the old looking for raids. So that means using a token should have even better chances to get it, right? Because if they've upped all the percentages, then everything's going to be better, including charms. So it's going to be mad easy to gear up this way. But the focus right now is Mogu Rune of Fate. Okay, so this is the same guy who gives the charm daily. You come here, you give him, you know what I mean? You pick it up, you get 90 lesser charms, same deal, and you hand them to him, and he gives you 3 runes of fate. So it's literally the same system that 5.1 is implicating, but it's a new name, and the system from 5.1 has been, I guess, has gotten an overhaul, and now is going to be much more compatible with gearing up alts. So I'm fucking loving it. I can't wait. Come check this out. Get ready to do this in 5.2. Obviously, the new system is going to be in place, and it's not very different, so shouldn't be that much to learn. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'm looking forward to it. If you're not, well, you can get fucked, I guess, can't you? So, yep.